Yep.
First off, Danny, this is an exciting weekend for your team. What's it like for you to be on the road with them this weekend and experiencing all of the ups and downs right alongside of them?
Well, it's wonderful. There couldn't be a bigger weekend, 3 in a row against the two teams, which we're trying to beat out. Anytime you get up in the States, to actually be in the middle of the fans too, especially where you're probably one of a dozen people in a rink that are cheering for your team. But I find the fans great, and getting a chance to spend some time with our own team is really good. You get a chance to at least have one-on-ones with the boys and sit in the dressing room and cheer, man. You get a real feel for what's going on. So I love it. I mean, I've been involved in hockey all my life. I played, I coached, I was involved in the administrative side, and so it's a second life for me. So this is as good as it gets, really.
Absolutely. You were there Friday night for what was a heartbreaking loss for the team. As someone who has been a builder of things all of his life, whether it was on the political side or on the hockey side, when you come off of a game like that, knowing you still have 2 games ahead, what kinds of advice do you pass along to your team to pick them back up and say, we can build on this, it's okay?
Yeah, it's a great question, because I actually asked that to myself after that game, and I thought, how do they handle it? They come back, you're up 3, you're down 3, you tie it up, and then you lose on a buzzer, and that was a legitimate loss. I mean, that goal did not go in. But I think it's cliche, but the one game at a time was what I said to the team, and I know the assistant coach said the same thing. Now you've got to play for 4 wins, and if you get 3 out of 4 and the other combination of wins and losses, I mean, we came out of the game, the second game in this 3-game series, and we were right back where we started before the game on Friday night. So we're no worse off, but we just need to keep on winning. And to be quite honest with you, this game today, this is the one. It looks like Utica are going to be the team that we need to beat. So to get a matchup with them head on, may the best team win. It gets no better than that. And I like the way our guys are playing. The game last night in Binghamton, I thought was probably the best game I've seen them play all year. They were flawless. Our goaltending was perfect. Our offensive defense was great, and our defense was great as well. So, it's been fabulous, and I just hope it has a happy ending. But I come into a rink like this, and I see these Utica fans, and they're sold out for their 93rd game. So they deserve a win as much as we do. So may the best team win.
Absolutely. Last time we spoke with Dave Andrews over All-Star Weekend, he mentioned to us that he was looking forward to coming to St. John's for the final 2 games of the season. What does that mean to you to know that the league has that kind of investment and wants to send off the St. John's team in a good fashion?
Well, Dave Andrews has been a good friend of St. John's and Newfoundland and Labrador, but as he has been a good friend of all the other teams in the league. How he does, he's such a great ambassador. He keeps everybody on sides. He's a great consensus builder. He's expanded the league, and he's a really nice guy, and his wife is sweet. And so, as hosts at the annual meetings, they're wonderful. But he understands hockey, and he gets it. And he did absolutely everything he could, as far as I know, to keep the team in St. John's. And, hopefully it's not over forever. But we do get the reality of knowing that teams are moving closer to home. Now, I come here and I see Utica and say, maybe there's still hope for us. So I know, Dave is number one. I got to tell you, it's going to be very hard to replace Dave Andrews when he gets ready to retire, and I understand that's pretty soon.
Kind of going along with that, this isn't the first time that you've seen a team leave St. John's, and you didn't necessarily have one come right back in. I know there was a Q bid that fell through before Winnipeg came in, and what's it like having that transitional period? You've got guys like Brian Rogers and local guys who have their heart and soul into the team, into hockey, knowing that you're helping to bring hockey there and even bridge the gap between potential teams and seasons, and just that transition and that turnover.
It's very difficult. With Glenn Stanford, obviously we've got the top operators, in my opinion, with all the respect to everybody in the AHL. He and I have built a team around us that I think is second to none. They're a tremendous group of people. It breaks my heart. It's only over the last couple of weeks that when I started to see a reality of, my gosh, we might even make the playoffs, that then all of a sudden there's a hard date when our season could come to an end. So that's been very difficult, and we've gotten awards in the American Hockey League. We've gotten awards at home from the St. John's Board of Trade for the way that this team this office team conducts themselves. So to see that have to break apart is deeply troubling to me. Glenn and I have tried everywhere to get another AHL team, and we're actually even working on getting a team from the Q. But there may be a 1-year transition, and in that transition we lose some of the quality people that we have because they have to move on, they have lives. So that's disheartening to me, I must say.
of different affiliations come through St. John's, but having the Montreal Canadiens in town had to have been something special for you.
We've had an incredible lucky run, for the capital on the East Coast, the most easterly point in North America. We've had the Leafs, and we had the Jets in their inaugural years, and then to finish up with the Habs. For me, from a personal career perspective, it doesn't get any better than that. And this organization, is probably the best franchise in the world. The way that they conduct themselves at their head office, the way their coaching staff and Sylvester and others have conducted themselves, they're true ambassadors, for the city, for the province, and for the country. So, this will probably be my last hurrah at this level. And to be able to finish up on this note is tremendously rewarding to me. But again, it's a sad moment too. It's a mixed feeling, really.
Overall, hockey has been a part of your life forever. What is it about this game that just is such a lifeblood for you?
Well, I love it, and like I said, I played it all the way through from Pee Wee up to junior and the senior, and I guess the life skills that you learn from hockey, from just individual performance, but more importantly, the team performance. And I've been able to carry that through into business, and I've been able to carry it through into politics, because you learn hard lessons. The people you can count on, the people you need to support, and the people that'll come through in a crunch. So I've attributed whatever success I've had in my life, a lot of it to hockey. I'm being really honest with you, and I'm not just saying it because we're doing an interview. My friendships that I've grown over the years, the opportunity to be involved with good people from all walks of life, and even make contribution on a community basis and a volunteer basis. Like our IceCaps hockey team are faces that are so well known in the community of St. John's because they're everywhere and doing things for the Children's Wish and the Janeway Kids Foundation and everything. So the opportunity to have that experience, hockey has given me that game, and as I'm sure to other people involved in sports, maybe it's baseball or whatever it is, but I have a special spot in my heart and a special indebtedness to hockey for what it's given me.